Hey, Rachel Barbeau here, your host of Sunday Soul, my goal digger shirt. People see it sometimes and they go, woo, what's that? Goals. Girls got goals. All right, so you're going to see something a little bit different today. You are going to hear from a new friend of mine who owns a company of a product that I have been using during quarantine. And yes, I've been holding out on you. I've been holding out on you to make sure I loved it, to make sure it was life-changing, and to make sure that through and through, top to bottom, that I wanted to be associated and rep them. And that company is called The Perfect Sleep Pad. And I'm going to let you listen to the interview where I talk about how it's changed my life and how it's changed other people's lives too. But I also want you to know that this company has signed on to sponsor Sunday Soul and to represent me, and I also represent them. It's a beautiful relationship. But if you know anything about me so far, if you've been following me, you know I only rep and get involved with things that I absolutely 1000% believe in. So please learn about this product because it may help you or it may help somebody you know. Helps such a wide variety of people. And secondly, get excited. Season 2 of Sunday Soul is coming November 15th. Another 8 episodes. Eight. I had to count there. 8 episodes. I am so fortunate to have this amazing team, and I'm changing the narrative that keeps growing. And we had some internal meetings, and we decided that we were going to start having seasons so we could bring you the absolute best content and do it and keep it fresh and real and all of those things. So enjoy hearing from Henry. Enjoy hearing about this amazing product that's changed my life and so many lives. And get pumped. Get pumped, kings and queens, because season 2 is coming. Love you guys. Rachel Barbeau here with I'm Changing the Narrative. So excited to visit with my new friend, Henry Zeifman. We have been chatting behind the scenes. I have been using his amazing product for a couple of months now during quarantine, and I have been busting at the seams to tell people about it because it is so amazing. It has changed my life. Henry is the founder, president, all those good names of The Perfect Sleep Pad. Hello, my friend. How are you?
It's a pleasure to see you, Rachel.
Well, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me.
And thank you very much for having me on your show.
Absolutely. You know, let's just do the who, what, when, where, why for anybody that may not know what we're talking about. I'm going to tell you in a moment how much I love it and how it's changed my life and the good things that have happened. But for those that may not know, what is the Perfect Sleep Pad?
The Perfect Sleep Pad is a solution to people that are overheating when they're sleeping.
Okay.
And a lot of couples have problems, as you know, because one person wants it warmer, one person wants it colder, and they just can't find that happy medium between the two of them. Mm-hmm. So the Perfect Sleep Pad is a water-based pad that goes on top of your mattress, goes underneath your sheet, and we circulate water through the pad, and you can adjust the pad every 1 degree. And the idea is that water is very, very good at pulling heat from your body.
Okay.
So a lot of people are having problems these days because some people are switching from an older mattress that they had that maybe they were sleeping on for the last 20 years. And mattresses are built differently today than they were 20 years ago. So a lot of people are trying to emulate the success of Tempur-Pedic, and they're putting some sort of a foam top component on top of their mattress construction. And the problem is that for a lot of people that are revving high, it traps their heat. And a lot of these mattresses are marketed as cooling mattresses, cooling gels, breathing foams, but they're just marketing terms. They don't really work for people that are really overheat when they sleep. So we developed the Perfect Sleep Pad as a solution, as a barrier between people's bodies and the mattress. Mm-hmm. And it almost works like a radiator in a car. You know, when you're driving down the highway in your car, the engine stays at one constant temperature. But if you stop circulating coolant through the engine starts to climb in temperature and soon will overheat.
Yeah.
The issue is that when people sleep, they go through different sleep phases. And part of that is change of core body temperature.
Okay.
And, and as it happens, when people go into their deepest sleep phases, their core body's at its coolest point. And the issue is for people that overheat when they sleep, the foam traps their heat and eventually it can only hold so much heat. And then eventually the heat is released back to the person's body. And then it starts to affect their core body temperature.
And then they don't sleep well. And then they don't
And
sleep
then
well.
it takes them out of their deep sleep phase.
Yeah. Which is
And
just,
can actually wake you right up. Right.
oh, for sure. For absolute sure. So I got introduced to this amazing product through my fiance. You and I started talking months ago during COVID when stress is at an all-time high. People know I'm very public about it. I'm an athlete. I do CrossFit. I dance. I try to take care of myself. I'm also somebody who battles adrenal issues. So I've been given to overheating at night, night sweats, those types of things. And I started to sleep on your pad. And the first night I slept on your pad, I sent you screenshots and like circles because I had a sleep tracker through my whoop strap. And it said 100% sleep. And on the tracker, it said, we don't normally see percentages this high. Like you spent this much time in REM and this much time in deep sleep. And I, as somebody who has, as long as I can remember, battled sleep issues, it has been a savior to me. And it's why now I'm so excited to tell everybody about this, but particularly athletes, people that overheat, people that are going through menopause, husband and wife, whatever couple it may be, that just have different sleep preferences. And if you get a big one, you got the coolest thing, you got two different things on each side. So, you know, you can pick your own temperature and find your own temperature.
Yeah. You know, a lot of sleep scientists talk about cooling the room down in order to prepare for sleep. Mm-hmm. But for some people, they can't sleep in a cool room, you know? This way, one person can sleep warmer, one person can sleep cooler, and you can dial it in exactly to what your temperature is. And the unique part is that once you find your sweet spot where you're not hot and you're not cold, it's called thermoneutrality. At that point, your core body will pair with the pad, and it sort of keeps you at that same core body temperature. Eventually, your body will switch temperatures because it's programmed that way. But now your body's not being affected so much by the temperature from the mattress. You're getting one constant core body temperature, and that's great to elongate deep sleep phases.
And what I love about this product, and you and I have had these conversations behind the scenes, I do not represent or endorse anything that I don't absolutely believe in and that I use and that makes my life better. But what I love about this product is there's zero risk. Someone can get this product, right, and sleep on it, and should, for some crazy unknown reason, people, the highest and best athletes and soldiers and people all over the world are using this thing. But if they don't, Henry, they have the opportunity to zero risk to be able to get their money back.
Yeah, so we have a 90-day sleep satisfaction guarantee because sometimes it takes a few weeks for people to get used to it. It's a tool, it's a sleeping tool, right? So some people will dial it in and they may find their sweet spot the first night. But some people, it may take them 2, 3, 4 weeks, you know, till they really dial it in to where it's exactly the way they want it. And for that reason, some people may never achieve what they feel is a better sleep. Mm-hmm. And if that's the case, they can return it. It's absolutely no risk.
I love that. Would you tell us, before we jump off today, tell us one amazing success story that really gets you going as the founder and the creator of this Amazing, amazing product. I can tell you all day long, goal digger over here. I've got my goals, I got my dreams. I need to sleep, because if I don't sleep, then I'm not happy and no one's happy and I'm not out there changing lives and touching lives. But if you will, tell us one great success story that you've heard that's touched your heart before we leave today.
Well, I had one gentleman who called me and said that he was waking up 7 times a night. And it was really affecting him to the point where he was suicidal, you know. And, you know, when people don't sleep properly consecutively, it affects every part of their physiology.
Yep.
Their whole outlook on life is diminished.
Yep.
So we're seeing actually 100% increases in REM sleep for people that overheat. That's tremendous, you know? And in his particular case, he said that after 1 month, he was down to waking up once a night, you know? And he told me that his parents were calling him every day to check on him. And he's 40 years old. And he said, I just want to thank you. God bless you for the work that you're doing and how it affected me, you know? So I felt very, very good about that, Rachel.
As you should.
And I get a lot of calls from people all the time saying how it affects them and how they'll never sleep without it for the rest of their life. So that's a powerful thing, you know?
It's hugely powerful. And I see the pride in your face. And I am so excited to be on this journey with you and telling people and telling my audience and people that follow me about this amazing product. Because I'm telling you, you sleep better, you're going to work better, you're going to work out better, you're going to love better, you're going to do everything better when you sleep better. Your mind is clear. I know personally, I'm that person just like the gentleman that called you. I got into a really, really dark place in my life right after I lost my mom because of lack of sleep. 2 nights of sleep deprivation and going to bed at odd times when I didn't normally go to bed. 2 nights of sleep deprivation set me up to be in a really, really dark place. And I think about new moms that are not getting a lot of sleep and dads. I think about, again, women that are having the change of life. I think about athletes. I think about all sorts of people that this can help. And so I just wanted to say thank you, my friend, for allowing me to be a representative and allowing me to carry your banner and tell so many people about this wonderful product.
You're welcome, Rachel. It's a pleasure.
All right, we'll talk.
And Rachel, I just wanted to mention one more thing. For people who are going through cancer treatment, you know, a lot of people go through cancer treatment and they're lying at home at night and they can't fall asleep. They get hot puffs, they get hot flashes. And you mentioned before about lack of sleep. If somebody loses 4 hours of sleep in just one night, the killer cells in their bloodstream can be reduced up to 70%. So it's almost impossible for a cancer patient to heal themselves at that point if they're not sleeping. So the Perfect Sleep Pad is a great vehicle because it cools the body and takes away those hot flashes. We've had menopausal women who are changing their clothes 4 times a night. After the first night they sleep on the Perfect Sleep Pad, they're dry all night long and they sleep right through the night. So yeah, it's a great thing.
Well, thank you for believing in me, Henry. And thank you for allowing me to be a spokesperson and representative for your company. And I'm so glad that you guys believe in Sunday Soul and the work that we're doing there. And I can't wait for more and more people. I was telling my coach at my gym the other day, he's been waiting and waiting. And I said, I got my code, which I'll drop below in the comments. But I said, I got my code. I'm ready. I've got you ready to get signed up. And he was like, yes, I'm ready. He says a funny story. He says, I keep it so cold. My poor wife, she's bundled up in the covers like this, and I keep it like a meat locker. And he said, I'm so excited to get this sleep pad. And he's a burly big athlete. He's so excited to get this sleep pad for him to sleep well, but also to be cognizant and to be thoughtful and compassionate towards his wife who's freezing. Thank you, Henry.
A pleasure. Have a great evening.
You too.